Noise is either my dog's walking around or it's the actual dryer going off. Either way. Rex, also known as Sally Fisher, and welcome to the stream, as well as welcome. A lot better, but we're here now. Either way, you guys about this new year, new me nonsense. But before we go and do that, make sure to go and give the video a like and share the video so that the rest of the algorithms that we're constantly battling against and figuring out what works and what doesn't can actually circulate correctly with this video. I would really appreciate that. But besides that, also the channel, The Sally Fisher Show. A link inside of the description box will be available after the show is over with. I had like a hell of a night last night. I was drinking, everything was good. Actually, bought this big ass bottle. Stuff the whole damn time. On. Go over the topics at hand. This new year, new me nonsense. Actually, messaging me and telling me that you guys are having like a whole pledge or whatever. You guys do almost every damn year. You guys are pledging to go and have a new version of yourselves, rejuvenating yourselves, become better versions of yourselves and everything. And you guys are actually trying your best to get things done in a way that hasn't actually been done yet. Now, the problem that I have with this is that most of y'all are all liars. Y'all do anything fantastic. And you guys certainly aren't going to go with whatever pledges that you guys are going through because you guys seemingly like a lot of validation rather than actually doing what you guys set out to do. And that alone is not going to help you guys go and achieve your goals anytime soon. They see this big ass boy on my border collie. In the future, I'll be doing more videos with him. That's great this year, and I really don't want to see like a lot of you guys doing things that you guys are going to most likely going to regret. So we're just going to go over it and just going to place it out there. New year, new me thing has to end today. It has to end this year. Make this the last year that you guys actually utilize this because this is stupid. It's like really stupid. You guys can always try to go and confuse yourselves or lie to yourselves that you guys are going to do something amazing, but until you guys actually place enough effort and action behind your words, it's just going to make y'all look dumb each and every single time you guys going to make a ridiculous pledge. Like I had somebody going and tell me that they're never going to go and drink another drop of alcohol ever again from this day forward. I'm like, bro, like, as soon as something hard comes up at the job, all over again. Like, if I go and call it out, then I'm an asshole. If I don't go and call it out, then I'm a liar. It's like I don't get it. So right now, I guess everybody has to go and fucking lie to people. But I don't feel like doing all that. We're just gonna go with what's actually right and what's actually wrong and just play it out there. If people ain't shit, we're just gonna have to go and just call them out on it, and hopefully they can go and change their mindset and become better. Because I don't have time for this year. 2024, we did a lot of just trying to mind our own business and trying to get things done with these jobs and stuff. But the 9 to 5 job stuff didn't like really work out so well in the way that they needed. I'm not getting any younger. Like we got to go and find better ways to go and make some money. So now we're here. Oh, you're a game developer? That's pretty cool. If you have any games available, let me know and I'll test them out for you. I do have another gaming channel that I'm going to start reigniting all at one time. I can start testing your stuff if you need me to. have to go and be like a whole thing if you don't. You just have to make sure that whatever you put, whatever goals you actually place out there, because if you don't set yourself up with a goal that seems very unrealistic, then you go and set up and try to get it done. It's not really going to look right, or you're going to be destined to fail at that point because you didn't go and take the proper steps to actually go and get it done, nor were you prepared to go and take the proper steps to go on and complete whatever tasks and goals you want to do. So, my suggestion to you just be realistic with yourself and just set a simple goal to go. Have to be a big grandiose pledge or some type of promise that you want to go and sound all nice and snappy, a fucking quotable of sorts. You don't need any of that. Just be realistic with yourself or don't say anything at all so that you don't go and set yourself up for failure. Because at this point, too many people are going to get clowned the next week or even the next month if they go and continue this. And I'm here for it because sometimes I am a very huge advocate of shame and humiliation. Some people do better with themselves so they can laugh about it later on after they went and fixed themselves up again. This right here is stupid. I shouldn't be having about 9 different people texting me and 2 other people also calling me and trying to go and make me believe that they're going to change their little habits and change their ways. I know damn sure they're not going to be changing anything. So that you can have a better year just starting out. Don't mess it up. Recapping on 2024. Well, it's one of the worst years of my entire life to date. Is actually one of the worst because even multiple different jobs and getting things done in my own way, these multiple jobs thing has actually been taking a toll on my health. I'm not like destroyed or anything. It's just I'm just always exhausted with everything. I'm also missing out on a lot of life from other family members and such. Missed out on my nephew going to kindergarten for the first time. Incredible feast. Like my youngest brother just got his license. I didn't get the truck or anything. Had a little training and everything, a little study session. And license life itself from like 2024 and just grinding it out for the entirety of the year just really messed me up. Time I was actually wasting with a lot of these to try something a bit different. More than 12 to 16 single day within a single shift on the type of jobs that we going to get from this day forward. We have to sustain ourselves with jobs that actually matter, not these little discount stores or little 9 to 5 minimum wage jobs that don't know how to operate correctly. Because the faculties to go on anything else, it still matters in the end. Everything that we do from the first day of the year will always matter until the very end of the year, on the final day of the year. Over to the other one. Stop it. Stop it. Before was pretty interesting because it wasn't a lot, but it was notable. It was kind of like a subtle thing. Um, before that I could say was honestly like some of the greatest parts. People who were struggling for actually learned what they were challenged. I've had like more than a couple friends and family members who have actually been pretty fascinating as of late, who weren't really fascinating before because to actually go and get better when times actually got tough for them. Like waste like a lot of their time and efforts just the game. They're not really trying to go and get money off the game. They're not trying to do YouTube. They're not trying to stream. They're not trying to go and do anything to market themselves mindlessly. Um, go right back into games until about 2 o'clock in the morning, and then you go back to the same dead end job that you've always hated. And a couple of them on their own, without me having to really do anything, have actually managed to go and help themselves by actually taking initiative in a similar way that I would, and actually getting multiple. Not a funny thing. Like there's a couple people. Well, I'm sorry, lifeline. Without your lifeline, what do you have? And lots. Your time, how much sacrifice that you're going to give for a couple of us actually starting to realize our true strengths and actually starting to sacrifice a bit more and go further and creating it. Now we already know what we need to do, but y'all ain't gonna be going nowhere. Be doing much with yourselves. I can already tell because I'm already getting messages and such. An issue that is going to be constant from the past in order to go and maintain a certain channel. Else getting in the way and family as of last year. And I'm really happy that I'm here now, able to do streams and videos and stuff. Think of myself as just more like a helper of sorts. Like I'm not like a follower or anything like that. I don't follow people. It's a bro that just helps whenever possible. Just one. um, a lot. I'll show you guys some of the people that have actually helped out in the future. Substantiate some of the things that I've actually been talking about with some of my crazy stories from of 2024. 2024 was a lot. However, there are more horrible things that we'll get into later. Had what 2024 was by far one of the worst storms that people still were refusing to leave their homes. Happening, they still refuse to be evacuated and go to construction sites. Not all of them, but more than a couple. It is the most insanely stupid thing I think I've ever seen in my entire life. Like how I know that you might get dispersed somewhere, like in an evacuation site, but you can still go and find your way back though, and your ability ever. And have to go and clean up everything. They just want to go and stay where they are and not leave their house and make sure no one gets in. And I understand that very much so. However, it was still just insane to me that people still will hold on to personal stuff rather than just having a generalized sense of survival. That was really strange to me. Everything from 2024, at least for me, between races I have ever seen in my entire life, it was way too much Kamala. You rock with him like that, like everything. But compared to whatever Biden had from him trying to go and do his race time, and they care even less now. A lot of people, a lot more supporters than she did from before. However, now because of everything that was happening, things that were being exposed, things that were being unraveled, the little secretive games are just spew out into the media, and the media consistently just eating up everybody, just spewing out nonsense after nonsensical fucking. I wanted to go and do some videos on those as well because they were just it seemed like a parade of lies before. I was too exhausted and had other matters to go and attend to, so I just didn't. And I'm really glad that the bullet missed and that she was actually able to survive. We still have extreme weird stuff happening. These fucking AirPods are dead. It's fine. We still have some extreme weird stuff happening with our government that still needs to be addressed. Hopefully, it gets addressed in due time, but if it doesn't, then it's whatever at this point. Regardless of all that, we survived. We ended up getting Trump as our president again. What to do, I guess. Nobody had to go and get hurt. Not too many people actually really care about the race afterwards, which is completely cool. However, we do have significantly new opportunities that we can go and utilize nowadays after, I think, it's what, January 16th or January 20th or whatever. Whenever his inauguration is, I kind of forgot the date. I'm going to have to go and recheck on that later on. But whenever dude's inauguration happens, a lot of new laws will be taken into place, and we just have to go and be prepared for it and just adapt to it, like how we do with everything else, with each and every other president that we've ever had, regardless if we like it or not. Either way, I do believe that 2025 overall is going to be pretty interesting. It's going to be pretty good because when things start to go really, really bad, we usually either start destroying ourselves and self destructing and going along with the BS, or a couple of us actually start to get things together and we start having new leaders start to be born. So, for instance, more than a couple of my friends that have been like watching anything like any of like the serious stuff happening, the politics, the businesses shutting down, even at the ports, and even most recently, like with the New York police chief being accused of sexual assault and all that stuff. A lot of that is actually starting to become content for some of the people that I'm cool with to actually start reporting on. And it's actually interesting because they weren't really into it before, but they started to find their voices and they're actually starting to get things done because they didn't like how things were running with the whole presidential race, the hurricanes, and all the other people that we were supposed to be looking up to not being the best that they could possibly be and letting us down consistently and only doing things primarily just because they wanted to profit off of us. Not necessarily just because they wanted to profit off of us as, a bonus for actually teaching us anything interesting. Like, no, like they just wanted to go and make money off of us by any and all means, no matter how crooked or how corrupt things were. So 2025 is going to be interesting because we're all going to be competing with each other for news stories, gaming, all types of interesting things, both on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, if it's still around. It's supposed to be getting shut down very soon, as well as any other platforms that we also have readily available to us. So I might have a couple of them on with me. We might actually start doing some more content and everything together. I really wanted to start having some debates with people over certain topics and certain things and certain aspects in this life, as well as certain situations happening around the world. I might just start doing it on here because I don't usually stream on YouTube at all, really. But I'm starting to get more into it, and I'm trying to make it more into the habit of making this part of the schedule. So if I make this part of the schedule, I can just start doing regular live streams. Not so much just doing this, but more so just with actually just covering stuff. Like I might just have like a vlog type of live stream where I'm just hanging out with you guys, just talking about stuff and what true thoughts are. Other times, like on the Sally Fisher show specifically, I'll just be just live streaming like actual shows specifically. So you guys can continue to speak, you guys can interact with each other, and I can also go and invite other people for interviews and such to go and enlighten us on a different perspective on certain topics and certain issues happening around the world, as well as our local neighborhoods. So, besides all that, for 2025, as our next big plan of action, 2025, I see it as a lot of revelations are already have already been spewed out, but even more revelations are going to start spewing out even further throughout the year. So it's mostly about the epilogue or the consequences of revelations to me for a lot of different people, both big people, small people, and questionable people alike. We're all going to have to start getting things together and being prepared to start answering for some of our more questionable behaviors, as well as some of our more questionable actions and intentions with certain aspects of certain things. And I'm here for it because I would really like to go and get this done. I would like to go and get out of this apartment that I live in. I would like to go and have a better spot, which will definitely be happening this year. I did lose more than a couple friends that I was actually really cool with, like family, and that actually really hurt me last year, going into this year. I would like to make more friends that actually have more meaning, that I can actually call family. Like, okay, if I were to go and text or call them, they'll actually pick up, and I don't have to be waiting for like a week or two or a month or two or whatever.
It doesn't even have to be like an emergency, but just to check on them, just to go and hang out and everything. Like I'm trying to become more personable so that I can actually go and make some new friends that actually matter. Besides that, regarding like work and everything else, I wanna be a six-figure earner this year. I'm not even gonna hold you. I don't want to be like a millionaire just yet because I know like that's not realistic. That's gonna be happening regardless. That will happen, but just not right now. But realistically speaking, I want to be a six-figure earner this year. I want to do the work, set up the passive income and everything, so that I can actually become a six-figure earner just starting off this year. I know I'm never going to be able to go and make that with my current job or jobs because they consistently play with overtime and not in a good way. However, that just means I just have to go and reallocate my energy to jobs that actually matter a lot more than the ones that I currently got accepted into. And in order to get that, that means that I'm going to have to go and make sure that I go and upgrade myself. And upgrading myself is one of my greatest features. I'm always really good with that. I'm always down for that, regardless of whatever it may cost, whatever time it may take. I'm always good for that because upgrading yourself is usually the foundation of getting things together in a way that others can't replicate. And if others can't replicate whatever you've modified yourself to go and become, then you have a significant strategical advantage over your environment, the people around you, as well as whatever places that you decide you're going to go and take your employment to. Which is interesting because that means that they can't forget you. They can try, but it'll be very hard to forget you because of your uniqueness, your intelligence, and the things that you've learned specifically to go and help yourself be valuable for that job. That way, you don't have to just be under their thumb whenever they want something and never having that voice or anything, but you can actually have a significant word and a say to certain things and certain aspects because you made yourself valuable enough to where you become invaluable. And I like that. I would like to go and start doing more of that and actually trying to practice more of that in some of the jobs that I'm going to be going for. I just can't do that at the current jobs I have because they're already set in their ways and they don't have any real interest in doing any of that. I thought at first it was because I was a bad worker, but I'm not, and it's almost nearly impossible for me to be if I'm constantly telling them I need more hours, begging for more hours. Then I go to like a different job, and then they want to try to give me these hours, or they try to threaten to fire me. So we're just gonna have to probably go and find like a warehouse job, or well, more warehouse jobs if we already had them before. That we got upgraded to something different. I'll talk about that later on down the line, so I can go and help you guys out with a strategy to go and get better jobs all at one time. I would like to go and see if I can go get a warehouse job or two and see if I can work both of them in the same day or the same week so that things can get done drastically faster. Because I need to go and make some more money. I can't just keep helping family out. I can't just go and keep helping friends out like whenever they need help and everything. Even though like I don't have a problem with it, it's more so becoming a problem, and I don't want it to be a problem. If that makes sense, because none of them like to do what they're supposed to do when they receive said help. And that's one of my biggest things I would like to change for 2025, in addition to being a lot more consistent with my channel and my videos. Now, with 2025's plans as well, with you know, getting remonetized all over again because we were monetized before for a couple of years and then they demonetized us just because of the new algorithm and the new rules that they have currently in place now. I would just like to go and get remonetized again, get everything together, and just start making money off of my YouTube videos. I wanted to try to get at least over 10,000 to 20,000 videos in a year. That might not be possible. However, I can definitely try though. I'll never know unless I try. I know I can at least get like a good 5,000 to 8,000 videos if I go and try hard enough, which really shouldn't be too difficult if I go and find the correct videos to deal with, as well as find the correct audience who actually wants to listen to these. But I'm actually about to get ready to go and get off of this. I've just been practicing doing this live streaming thing again. I'm not really the best with it because I keep mincing my words and messing up, obviously, or forgetting my little topics every now and then. However, that's okay. Everything here is all right. It's just practice. I get to go on and say hi to you guys, and that's really all that matters. Both new people and old people who'll be checking out the chats and stuff that actually rock with me. I really appreciate all of you guys equally. I would really like to go and start chatting with you guys a bit soon. If you guys haven't already done so, however, make sure to go and give this video a like as well as to share this again so that the video and the quality of my content can start circulating with the algorithm of YouTube so we can keep things moving and start getting our audience to expand. And I will see you guys later. Bye, guys. I'm gonna do a live stream later on today. Probably, actually, give me like another hour and a half to 2 hours. I gotta go take care of something real quick, and I should be back. But for now, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.